Hello again, and welcome back to Terraria. I took a little bit of a nap. I pretty much... I couldn't stay awake. Having too much fun with Terraria. That's totally what it is. Totally not an addiction or anything of the sort. No, but actually, yeah, pretty much there we go, arm still. I was playing, and I just kind of had that, was like, hey, I'm kind of digging around a little bit, so, like, that's kind of one of those, I'm kind of tired, but awake enough I can play, but I'm tired enough that, and I'm still kind of tired, so, I'm like, well, hell, if I'm awake enough that I can play, I'm awake enough that I can record. I am recording. Anyway, besides, like I said earlier, people want to see 1.2, and I'm bringing 1.2 on day one. Shouldn't stop. Let other people get ahead. Especially saying my world kind of seems to suck on the ore side of things. I didn't get any of the new ores for some reason. Don't know why. But let's see. Where is he? Weird. That was right. Okay, yeah, so he's gonna be here. I could accelerate this by, like, dropping him. So anyway, as I was saying last time, as I was saying a minute ago, and I found out last time, a little bit sad. Apparently, I'm not gonna get any of the new ores. I might get some of the new hardcore ores. Since those haven't been made yet, it is still possible that I can get the new ones and not be disabled. So I guess we'll have to check. We'll have to wait on those. Sadly, I'm kind of not really holding out a lot of hope. A little bit in that whole, like, woe is me stage. Not really, but I'm a little bit sad about it. I did extend that wall quite a bit, actually, for the new houses. I don't know how many are going, and I'm just gonna dig upwards and I get there. Yeah, it's like I'm just gonna build straight up for a while. Figure there isn't much of a reason not to. Yeah, but later on, I might be changing that up a little bit. What is it? I don't use the color. I'm trying not to use the colors, at least. I don't know, I personally don't think that the colored lighting system is really all that useful. It looks pretty. I'll give it that. It looks amazing, actually. but for an actual gameplay mode or wise, a lot more useful to be able to tell what the hell you're looking at than, aw, look at all the pretty colors. Now, at the same time, I can definitely see if I'm gonna make the aesthetic, like, hey, look at my house, it's amazing. See, I have some purple lights over here and some pink lights over here. Green ones, I can see that. I understand why they do that. But if you're actually gonna go through and start playing, white light is much the best and probably the only way to actually be doing it. Improves your visibility, and you don't get common mistakes like, hey, I didn't know what that, like, hey, I didn't realize that that was a whatever because it was the wrong color because of the light. I mean, it's already weird enough with some of the ores that look, well, a lot of people seem to mistake iron and stone. Like, right over here, you can see, if I can, like here, that's stone, but it looked like iron from behind. And a lot of people, even when they get up close, have trouble telling. But if you turn on, but you can't really tell during the, but yeah, there, that looks like gold, right there. Well, why would I want to, like, right there and right there, that looks like gold. I'm like, oh my god, that's gold. No, actually, it's just stone, it's just the bad lighting. Well, not bad lighting, it's just the different lighting. And there's really no reason to have the different lighting while I'm looking for stuff, because it gets in the way. Like, yeah, like I said, if I was at that stage where I'm, like, just developing to make things look cool, and not developing to try to continue to survive, then yeah, I could definitely see using the lighting for mooting and just in general looks kick-ass-ishness, or like kick-ass-ish, ash-ish. Basically just looking kick-ass definitely would be what I'd do. But since I'm trying to actually find the right ores and stuff, it's more of a liability than a function at the moment. At least that's just how I see it. Sadly enough, thieves don't really seem to do much for some reason. Like, you can walk on them, that's kind of cool, but they're kind of pointless. And they don't really seem to disappear like in Minecraft. I don't know. In all honesty, I'd kind of wish these like giant trees would have kind of the same physics. Like, if you knock out all of it, like, you knock out the bottom and you knock out the, like, background, then it should fall. And it doesn't, so. I think I've been digging this tree all day. I'm not exactly sure what the giant trees mean. I've heard some rumors that they, like, allude to flying or floating islands, but I haven't seen anything that actually yes or no to that. I'm gonna go away for a little bit. Try to get him to reset inside of his house. I should be able to survive the night without too much problem. But yeah, as you can kind of see, lighting, semi-mood lighting, it's not as bad, but a little bit. White light is what I prefer. You can see better on it. Like, it has nothing to do with aesthetic, you can see better. Yeah, I got rid of my short bow, yeah. I got rid of my, I'm really hoping this is far enough for him, because I'm coming up next. Corruption. I really don't want to go to corruption. I'm gonna turn back. If he ain't in his house, well then fuck him, because it's getting late, and I gotta finish building those houses. One kind of bad thing about the area of this game I'm in. That point where I need to build housing for my, like, people, but I'm not exactly at a point where housing is built. I'm trying to think of a way to say that. Basically, there are tools that can help me build later on to help me build better. Like, I can upgrade this grappling hook to the vine grappling hook thingy. Basically the grappling hook 3 times. Not much different, except it's times, so I can build 3 of them. You have to press up on it, because if you press down, you'll slow down. but you won't grab onto it. I guess in theory, the longer versions, like the longer rope, I have a couple. I can place a few. Yeah, you hit up, you can go up, but if you hit down, you'll go down. So if it's longer, like you can hold on if you're still on it, but at the same time, like with those only being single, you pretty much drop it. Still works, it's just not as useful as being able to climb. I do need some bombs. I'm about to fight a boss. And, well, I'm a little bit... I mean, I'm no more work. I don't want to die, because if I die... Not like I'm afraid. Gun parts. The illegal gun parts are nice. Not very useful at this stage. Nice to see that he still has them. The illegal gun parts are used for upgrading certain guns, and creating a couple of unique... Yes, if I beat a boss. That demolition is alright. Okay. Basically, one thing that did happen last time is a meteor fell. I'm gonna have to find a meteorite. What I'm attempting to do first is get some shadow. Get a shadow pit. Shadow pick, I believe I should be able to mine, obsidian, which is hard to create. And with some obsidian, I can, take an obsidian skull, which will make me immune to fire damage, which will make it easier to mine, meteorite. It's a little bit weird because, like, the first time you mine meteorite, or at least the first time I mine meteorite, it's usually some hobnob of throwing a handful of, or a couple of sticks of dynamite into a meteor crater. Because that's just all... Aw, my phone's almost dead. I forgot to charge it. Anyway, but that's just seems to be the best way to mine out the meteor, because meteors create meteor heads, and meteor heads can be dicks to fight this early on. It's really funny because like you pretty much farm them later. Like once you get to hard mode, like you summon those things on purpose so that you can kill them. And some mana. It's actually kind of nice. Don't have anything that needs mana yet, but second to plug my phone in real quick. Do I have any sun? Yeah. One thing I was just thinking about, if I can get a nice little fighting arena. It won't be a fighting arena this time. If I can have that campfire near where I fight, at least then I'll have some more passive health generation. I won't have to pop so many pots, which I don't have any at all. I'm probably gonna die. But I did promise I would record until I got into a boss fight. I'm kinda hoping I don't die, honestly. If I do, it won't be much of a big deal. Not at this stage, anyway. At this stage, because the boss I'm about to fight, if I remember right, is Power of Worlds, like a giant worm boss. And I don't actually need to defeat him in particular. Like, I don't need to defeat him. I just need to kind of defeat a couple of small parts of him. Which I know sounds weird. It should make sense shortly. What I get? Nice. Huh. There's a light orb, an old version of light orb. This apparently seems to be a variant of it, that it follows you, and I'm guessing if I hit, yeah, it creates a darkish light instead of a lightish light. Again, like I said, white mode takes off the lighting effects, which makes it easier to see things. Fighting here-ish, but the campfire here. Kinda wishing I brought some more bombs, but it's no big deal. Apparently it is a big deal. Well, I am so considering if I I log out and like sign out and sign back in, then I could actually just sit here, like I could just start back off at my base. I don't like doing that. I don't know why. It feels like, I don't know, I guess it's just, it feels almost like cheating. And it's cheating in a solo player game. But at the same time, since I get to go back, up a few more bombs. The boss I'm about to fight, bombs are actually a very effective way to deal with some of his arts. Some of these words I really need to say to myself before I say it. But yeah, he's a giant worm and he comes in segments. So dynamite and bombs actually are very effective on him. They're not very effective for killing him outright, but they will normally take out a couple of parts, which are great for, like, you get a couple of shadow ore and you get a couple of shadow scales from killing. And all I need are a handful of shadow scales at the moment in order to, like, I can't actually ask it. I need a handful of shadow scales in order to shadow pick. Let's actually just skip. Yep, that price. Whoops. Okay, no big deal. Dynamite used to be 50 silver, I think? Maybe it was a full gold? Either way, no big deal. I got a couple of sticky bombs, that way I can make sure I don't miss this time. And I got a half a dozen bombs. Got a little more than half a dozen bombs just so I can I'm a little bit thankful that I got a shadow orb. The only thing I would have probably preferred is a vile thorn. The shadow orb is great. It not fat. Like if it's the same as the light orb, it's not very fast. As you can see, it's kind of falling behind. But it produces light around you, so you don't need to drop torches everywhere. It does create some problems when you're trying to go through places and you don't have torches as kind of landmarks of where you've been and whatnot. Which, with the map, you kind of know where you've been anyway. But it is a little bit useful to have something of like a point of reference for all that. Because as you can see, that's not good. I need to change that. See, point of reference. There should be like right in. There we go. Kind of point at some things that it are. Yeah. So you can kind of use this as a point of reference. Like, hey, I've been here. You can also see my torches, which flat out tell me not only where I've been, but also what's going on. Kinda hoping I wasn't close enough to... Help me fight the boss, but not hurt much either. Now. I got him out. So there's yeah, as you can see, bombs do a lot of damage out there. He does even more damage. And the Pinky. Pinky is a special slot. He has a name, and basically, worth a lot of money. Like, he's not very special, he's just as you can see, what I'm doing here is trying to bait worlds in be working a little bit. But not well enough. But as you can tell, I died. I'm sorry. Come on. But as you can see, I picked up 22 Night Ore and 21 Shadow Scales. Isn't shabby for your first time. First off, I'm gonna make some more demon. So I should be able to make. What am I missing? Where's that pickaxe? There we go. Nightmare pickaxe is 12. Are you kidding me? Maybe have some ore. Go ahead and deposit. Pull out a couple of items. I should actually be able to pick up the rest of the ore I need by going. So I'll check that out in a minute. Vilethorn. Vilethorn is a magical weapon. It passes through items, makes it very useful. Or it passes through stuff, which makes it very useful. It's kinda something like that. It uses up 10 mana a swing, which kind of makes it a little... But... it is very powerful. Especially... like, it's one of those items that you'll keep it from the beginning till near the end. Kind of show you how well it does. I have 80 mana, so I can... I throw it off 8 times, but... mana regeneration's a little bit... odd. it starts slow, but it regenerates quickly, but it takes it a minute to realize, hey, it's time to regenerate. Kind of the same as health, except health doesn't exactly regenerate quickly, it just doesn't regenerate slowly. But there's a gap, you can't be using it and it will start regenerating. Or with health, the longer it takes a while of not taking damage before it realizes, hey, you should probably regenerate. Thorn is actually very useful against worms, but the Eater of Worlds, or is that Destroyer of Worlds? He's big. It's not as effective against him as it is most others, simply because he's so large. Huh? Did I pick up everything, or did it fall? I was killed by the Eater of Worlds. That means... well, that's a bummer. I could also fight the knight. It would give me some demonite if I can beat it, but I'm down a bit, see if I can find some demonite that I wasted all my bombs trying to beat the Eater. Trying to remember anything special about the desert biome. Mummies. Like, in hard mode, mummies appear. Killing a couple of mummies in hollowed and hollowed and corrupted. Easy way to get one of the strongest weapons in the game. Apparently they have a pyramid. This is supposed to be one of the new things. see what's in here. That. I will definitely take a jar of sandstorm. That is not something I ever thought I'd say. Oh, snake banner. Sweet. One thing I'm kind of about is a lot of the new items flat out beat the old items. Like this one is Sandstorm in a bottle. It's an improved double jump compared to the old version was Cloud in a bottle, which was just straight double jump. Well, like, why would I use a cloud if I now have a sandstorm? So, I'm kind of wondering if... Oh, sweet, another meteorite's landed. I'm kind of wondering if there is a reason for it later on, or how they're gonna deal with that, but it is a bit of a worry, because, well, I mean, why would you use something that's less? Air gun. Have extras. Definitely nice to have extra ammo. Here. Well, the pyramid seems to end rather abruptly. Yeah, as you can see, I can jump up like half of that one of these stairways. Like, it just kind of seems like why would I want the another as powerful? And this one gives me extra mana too. Nice. Yeah, and it does like it was a little bit hard to see, but in there, like it kind of looked almost like maybe I was having diminishing return. Because I can see, like, that'd be definitely a reason. Like, yeah, the first one's better, and then it slowly gets worse. That'd be a great reason to, like, yeah, the first one's 1 point, like, the second jump is the same as a normal jump. But then the third one, or like, after you use it the next time, it's half of a normal jump, something like that. And just kind of over time, like, and it just has a reset or something before you use it without... That'd be nice. That'd be okay. It'd kind of suck a little bit, but fucking one of those. I understand what's going on here. Like I was saying, like all of them seem to be a flat. This is just straight up better. And, like, I mean, I'm not, like, complaining, it's just better. Why, like, yeah. I take work. I threw away my light bulb. Sweet. Okay. Kind of hoping I'd remember that, but apparently not smart enough to remember it. Also, one thing, you just kind of saw that little bit of a blip. That's basically the game telling me that I have full mana now. It is a useful thing. Obviously, it's useful. Hey, now I know I have full mana, but there are a lot of ambient sounds in games like this that they don't explain. That one actually is the one that's kind of self-explanatory. Hey, your mana's full, but okay, first off, check everything. Pull that out. Check everything. Cash it. Just sell. Not at the moment. I just shoot off the flare. One thing you can notice, like, the leaves really haven't deteriorated. It's kind of bugging me a little bit, because I'll probably have leaves hanging there. Up a little. I didn't really pick up any. Now you head the other way now. I found the second corruption, which is good. Having the second corruption means there's more shadow orbs, and since I got my ass kicked fighting first set of shadow orbs, or first shadow orb boss, having a second one there is... Let me check to see how long I'm doing this. I'll be right back.